Okay, so we all know the drill. Our lives literally run on our devices, but keeping them powered up, that has historically been one of our absolute biggest daily tech headaches. Well, today we are unpacking exactly how GaN technology is completely solving that friction. And we're going to use the UGREEN Nexode Air 65W charger as our real-world case study to see just how much the internal tech has shifted to, quite frankly, revolutionize the way we charge. I want you to picture your everyday carry bag for a second. If you're commuting or traveling or just heading over to a local cafe to get some work done, there's a really high chance you're lugging around this tangled mess of different adapters, right? You've got the massive, super heavy brick for your laptop, a totally different plug for your phone, maybe another one for your tablet or your wireless earbuds. It's that classic modern anxiety, carrying around 5 pounds of bulky plastic just to keep a few ounces of tech actually alive. And on top of all that bulk, you're probably still waiting forever for your stuff to juice up when you finally do find an outlet. But the technology we're looking at next is exactly what makes this whole annoying scenario a thing of the past. Enter GaN, or if we're being formal, gallium nitride. This is basically a next-generation chip that completely rewrites the rules of power delivery. It allows for incredibly strong and highly efficient charging, but here's the secret sauce. It does it in a footprint that is just a fraction of the size of traditional chargers. It's the magic ingredient that makes an adapter both unbelievably tiny and highly capable all at the exact same time. And when I say highly capable, I'm talking about 65 watts. That is 65 watts of pure power being pushed out of a tiny, totally space-saving design. Taking a look at our case study, the UGREEN Nexode Air, it uses this GaN technology to deliver an optimized 65 watts that is specifically built to handle really demanding devices, like the MacBook Air series. So you're not sacrificing power for portability here. You are literally getting laptop-grade power delivery from a chip that fits right in the palm of your hand. So what does eliminating those agonizingly long waits actually look like in practice? Well, with 65 watts of GaN-powered output, you can take a MacBook Air from absolutely dead zero to 55% in just 30 minutes. Think about that for a second. In the exact time it takes you to grab a quick coffee and answer maybe a couple of emails, you've completely recovered more than half of your laptop's battery life. It just dramatically cuts down your downtime, keeping you moving at full speed, whether you're at the office or stuck in some random airport terminal. But listen, power is honestly only half the story here. The portability is what really changes the game. 1.22 by 1.30 by 1.59 inches. Those are the ultra-compact dimensions of this UGREEN Nexode Air block. We're talking about a little cube that effortlessly drops right into your pocket without feeling bulky or weighing you down at all. You're carrying around laptop-level power in a form factor that is, frankly, barely larger than a standard pair of wireless earbuds. It's wild. And speaking of tossing it into your pocket or your bag, there's a very specific hardware design choice here that makes a world of difference for travelers. This pocket-sized little essential features foldable prongs. Now, I know it sounds like a small detail, but if you have ever had a charger permanently scratch up your ridiculously expensive laptop or your tablet screen because it was rattling around loose in your backpack, you know exactly why this matters. The foldable plug makes it super easy to store, it totally prevents damage to your other gear, and it just cements its status as a true travel essential. Okay, but you're probably wondering, and it's a totally fair question, how does a tiny 1.22-inch cube push out 65 watts of power to a laptop without, literally melting in the wall outlet? Well, the answer is thermal guard technology. While GaN chips are inherently way more efficient to begin with, this specific charger actively uses built-in thermal guard systems to constantly monitor and prevent overheating. So it gives you complete peace of mind. You can just plug in your most expensive, power-hungry devices, let them fast charge to their absolute limits, and know that the temperature is being safely managed the entire time. And actually, heat management is just one piece of the puzzle. This GaN charger is packed with 8 different active and passive protections. We're talking over temperature, short circuit, and over voltage safeguards. The whole goal here is simple: stable and secure charging, always. Because when you're rushing to charge your phone right before a flight, the absolute last thing you need to be stressing about is whether your charger is somehow going to fry your battery. This multi-layered safety net just ensures totally worry-free use every single time you plug it in. No, just because it's a highly technical, heavily protected piece of safety hardware doesn't mean it has to look like it belongs in the back of a server room somewhere. The UGREEN Nexode Air features a remarkably sleek, minimalist design. It's finished in this really gorgeous sky blue matte. Plus, the USB-C port panel is covered in translucent frosted glass, and the lower section actually features 24 precision-engraved fine ridges. And what's truly brilliant about this, actually scratch that, what's practical about this, is that those ridges aren't just there to look pretty. They actually enhance your physical grip when you're trying to yank the charger out of a really stubborn wall outlet. It totally elevates a basic utility item into a practical little desktop ornament. But here is the ultimate takeaway. The real reason GaN technology is such a massive game changer for our daily lives. One power source, all covered. Seriously, just look at the immense variety of devices this single little charger supports. We are talking Apple devices from the iPhone 12 all the way to the 17, iPad Airs and Pros, MacBook Airs and Pros. It handles Androids beautifully too, covering the Galaxy S23 to S26 series, plus the Pixels 7 through 10. It even powers gaming handhelds like the Steam Deck and everyday accessories like your AirPods. You are taking that entire tangled, heavy bag of adapters we talked about earlier, and you are literally replacing the whole shebang with one tiny sky blue cube. So with GaN technology proving that we can actually have massive 65-watt power, absolute safety, and blazing fast speeds, all in a pocket-sized footprint, there is just no reason to be weighed down by yesterday's bulky tech anymore. Embracing this kind of efficiency doesn't just save space in your bag, it literally saves you time and completely eliminates a surprisingly constant daily friction. So take a look at your everyday carry and ask yourself, is an upgrade to GaN the smartest swap you can make today? I'm willing to bet it is.